The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
Nope.
I'm wrong?
She's wrong.
Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words?
Oh, that's brilliant! I love it! I'm gonna use that for the future.
I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinkler.
Because we threw a bucket of water on it.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Oh, shut up, Bo. Oh, please, shut up, Toko.
Totally wacko.
Yep.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
Okay, I will. Oh god, one of these.
I admit nothing. No, no, no! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No, no, no! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I'm right about this. I admit nothing. No, no, no! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit
Oh, come on, come on, come on.
No, no, no! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I'm right about this. I admit nothing. No, no, no!
God damn it! Failed. It was going so well, and then I got distracted because somebody tried to come into my room. Yeah, let's give it another shot.
To give up yet.
Yeah, someone tried to come into my room, so I got distracted. So, sorry about that. Don't know who it was, like, I could just kind of sense them open the door. Right? You partly hear and everything, so.
I admit nothing. No, no, no! That's enough!
Come on.
Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No, no, no! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I'm right about this. I admit nothing. No, no, no!
Come on, right, yeah.
Enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No, no, no! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me?
Yeah. I'm not trying to blame you, but
I'm right about this.
it didn't take a single bit of damage either.
How can you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! What?
I admit nothing. No, no, no! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No, no, no! How can you say it wasn't the sprinkler? That's enough! Are you trying to blame
Come
me?
on!
I admit nothing. I'm right about this. How can you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
This should prove it.
Come on, really? I don't know what was going on, but
Just remember what the body was like after the
that's what I
explosion.
chose
And you
last
see that it
time!
wasn't the sprinklers. The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry.
The opposite of what you were saying, Toko.
If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
Yes.
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
How?
I'm so sick of her.
Yeah.
Let's just move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because
I dumped water on it to stop the
while
fire
the
after
body
the
was still on
explosion.
fire, I doused it with water. but only the part on fire, the top half.
Yep.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't.
Nope.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Yep.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at night.
Which means we have an alibi.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
Convenient.
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Okay. An alibi. I mean, Mukuro's killer is... No, refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone? That's...
I'd just like to say one thing.
Okay.
If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever.
Wait, what?
Which is why I can't let that happen.
Huh?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone.
Yeah, she's got a point.
This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
She's also got a point there.
We're this far into the game, and now you decide to blame me?
No.
Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
Hey!
Got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Good.
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
Yeah.
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko?
Well,
but
maybe.
you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
Well...
That was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Wait, what?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
The top.
Interesting.
And
I'm
the
listening.
duct tape.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
That could have been... Top?
I got it! You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
Oh wait, hang on, why am I helping her?
You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water.
True.
In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that.
Okay.
Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water.
Okay.
The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
That doesn't explain the dead chicken, though.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place.
Good point.
In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
You're trying to pin the blame on me, aren't you, you bitch? Who could say that? Why does she want to make you look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. Top. It was used the way Kyoko said. Top must have touched the body, right? But the body...
Wait. Something's not right.
Yeah.
And what might that be?
Because there was no blood on the top. If I don't do something, everyone's going to refute what Kyoko said. It was clean on the underside. There was no blood.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
Right.
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down
crap.
toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
Damn it.
Shoot!
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because because the sprinkler got that side wet.
Let's try this.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water.
Damn it.
Shoot!
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
Yes?
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
Right.
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
Damn it.
Shoot!
Come on, I've got half a heart left.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was because the sprinkler got that.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless,
Come
right?
on.
That side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
Yes!
No, that's wrong.
There should have been blood on it. There should have been blood on the top, on the other side where the body was.
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it.
Yes.
Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right?
Savage.
Yakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you.
Yes.
If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Exactly.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
But then why wash only one side?
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
Hero, shut up.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Like the chicken. Oh, it's camouflage.
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
The chickens.
They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
Must mean the chickens. I'm doing badly.
Would have been chicken blood?
What? Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens.
5 chickens.
But after the murder, there were only 4.
4 chickens.
So you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood?
Yeah, we said.
That's messed up.
Yeah, this whole thing's messed
Killing a
up.
living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
Kina, we need to have a talk about your priorities.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around.
Oh, that's a good point. Gotta admit.
Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Uh-huh.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right?
Right.
But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body.
True.
But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
Ah, true.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
Yeah, but then they would have to move it, which means the top would get covered.
Beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so. Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Oh, no, it's backwards.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off.
Okay.
But the body didn't get wet, because the killer covered it with the tarp.
Okay.
Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, They pulled the coat over the body. The coat they'd already covered in blood.
Alright.
This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred.
Okay.
They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
Does.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
Yeah.
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
How come?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body.
Yes.
They'd be done in no time.
True.
Maybe. But still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh, no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Oh, god damn it.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
Get all the way up there and back down again.
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
Damn it. Vision falls back on me again. Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand. This guy's dead body's been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it?
Kyoko!
Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
Really?
Oh,
See? Pretty good idea, right?
no, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Okay.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right?
Yeah. I can see where this is
According
going.
to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
Uh-huh. Listen, more fun. With that nut, what are we gonna do with it? Gotta let go, keep without sure, we don't know what much might do. I don't want it anyway. So what to do? Why don't you hang on to him, Makoto? Huh? Me?
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
Oh dear.
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah.
Then why did you hide that fact?
Because the suspicion would fall on me.
It's not that I hid it. It's just...
I'm sure of what actually happened last night. Thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious. Very suspicious indeed.
Shut up, hero.
The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Jesus Christ. Now I should be able to make it clear. To prove I didn't murder anyone, I'm not the killer. Why is Kyoko doing this? Why?
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
Yeah, I'll concede
It
that
really
fact.
is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
But I didn't do it!
Just because I had
Didn't
the
do
knife
it.
once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Exactly.
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question.
No, because there was the hit to the
You took
head.
that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
Exploded body analysis.
If he did have that
So it
knife
must be that.
before, then that seals it. Makoto
Because there
did
was the
it.
blow to the head.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
Damn it.
Shoot!
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really
Yes.
is, isn't
So
it?
there's nothing to do with that one.
I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
No. Come on, I need to think.
Getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
Come on.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her.
Damn it.
Right? Shoot!
Oh. Quit twitching me. Sure. Please, we know to hear what I have to say. Okay. Wait, what? Okay. No, it's not all over. I want to give it another shot.
I refuse to give up yet.
Can't give up now.